Hi, welcome to Card and a Cuppa for Friday the 19th of January. Sorry I'm 10 minutes or so late. You know how you have one of those days where you try to do too much and the clock just goes faster and you think, I'm not going to get back in time, but here I am. So welcome to my Card and a Cuppa. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast. So I've already double checked that I've gone live in the right place, which is looking pretty positive for a start. Thank goodness for that. So hi everyone, I hope everyone's having a great week. I know my hubby and I are very involved in the Australian Open tennis competition. We are keen to watch that every night and enjoying that very much. About 8 years ago we went down to Melbourne and we had a day pass and we went to the Australian Open, and that was so much fun. We really would like to do that again one day. So but anyway, let's get on to our card making. So I shall turn my light on and hope that didn't flare too much. And let's switch down to the craft desk. Okay, so today we're going to play with a card sketch. I set my little team a challenge for a card sketch, and a few of my downlines or team members have put their card up, and I thought, oh my goodness, I haven't done one. Can't set a challenge and not participate, so I thought I'd better get my act together. So we're going to actually play with something not from the new mini catalogue. We're going to play with something from the annual catalogue, which I haven't played with for a long time. And I always find sometimes when we get a new mini catalogue, it's always lovely having new product, but it's also lovely to revisit things from the annual catalogue, because we tend to forget about the annual catalogue once Christmas is with the Christmas catalogue, and then with the new mini in January. So I'm playing with Let's Go Shopping Suite collection from the annual catalogue. So this is the card sketch I set for my team. I just roughly drew it up on, I'll put it down like that, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure what's the best way. Let me have a look. Oh no, you can see that, that's okay. So this is the card sketch I put up to my team. It's quite a simple one, and it's just, I find card sketches are very much like when I used to do sewing or needlework, textiles and design, that's what it was called in high school, and I used to be a sewer and sew clothes and stuff like that. Don't do that anymore. I was great at following a pattern. If I had to design something, a piece of clothing from scratch with no pattern, there's no way in the world I could have done that. That is a real dressmaker or fashion designer skill. But if I had a pattern, I was fine. And to me, card sketches are like dress patterns. If you've got a pattern and you can follow a pattern, then you can make a card. So, and then you can also go off on tangents and change the card sketch. But this is the card sketch I set. So basically the card base, 10.5 centimetres by 14.9, your standard card A5 card base in Australia. And then these other panels have got measurements, but you don't have to stick religiously to those measurements. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. So if you're new to card making, I'd say stick to the measurements, or as much as you can to start with, and then start variating as you go along. So this is the card sketch I'm kind of sticking to, but I have done a couple of little variations. So this is the suite we're playing with today. It's called Let's Go Shopping, or Let's Go Shopping bundle. It's on page 31 in the annual catalogue, and I'm using the designer series paper as well. It's a really cute set, and when Mark, my hubby, and I were in Italy back in September last year, we saw so many little cute bakeries and stuff, so I was going to come home and start making cards because I just wanted to replicate those little bakeries and shops we saw, and I haven't had a chance. So I'm going to do that today. Never too late, right? So that's the suite. It has these loose, what are they called? Let me look. Loose silver sequins. I don't have those. I didn't get those in the suite. I don't like anything loose. I prefer my bling to have adhesive backs, so I didn't get those. So that's the stamp set, and the dies are down here, and the designer series papers on page 131. So the Sweet Collection's on page 31, the DSP's on 131 if you want to see it in better detail. And it's really cute paper. I really like it. Hi Margaret, sorry I was a little bit late today. So that's what we're going to play with today. So as I said, this was my card sketch that we're kind of going by. Kind of. Now I have fussy cut a lot of the little shops from the designer series paper, and I also have a few already stamped and partially coloured. So we'll wait and see what we decide to do because I'm not sure yet. Okay, so this is my scrap piece of cardstock that I'm going to stamp on if I stamp, and that was from one of my launches yesterday, and I don't know if you can see that, but my Wink Stella pen blobbed all over that and it ran out too quickly, too fast, and it was a bit of a mess. So that's my scrap cardstock. Okay, so we have a normal A5 card base, and that is for 4.9 centimeters by 21 centimeters, or 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and it's scored at 10.5 centimeters, and I do not know what that is in inches. Let me just look. It's about 4 1/8. It's just half. Now I'm adding into my card sketch, I'm adding a matting piece. So I'm adding a piece that's 10 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters, or 4 inches by 5 3/4. My card sketch doesn't have that, and that's when I say you can go ahead and do variations to card sketches. You don't have to stick to them, you know, super perfect, because as we know, card making is not perfection. Card making is creativity. Okay, so the next thing I've got is a piece of designer series paper, and it's 6.5 centimeters by 13.9, or 2 5/8 of an inch by 5 1/2. And then I've got another piece of the designer series paper, and this is the paper, the Les Shops paper. I've got another piece of designer series paper that's 2.5 centimeters by 13.9, or 1 inch by 5 1/2 inches. And I've got another piece, and this is Smoky Slate, and it's 2.5 centimeters across. No, it's not. It's 10 centimeters across by 2.5, or 3.3 7/8 of an inch by 1 inch. And then, as I said, I've got my scrap cardstock here to stamp a shop. So let's layer our card front together, and then we'll do our stamping. So I'm a bit cross. I got pay for a new recliner for a week and to come tomorrow. Oh, that's no good, Margaret. It's horrible waiting in for deliveries. It's one of my pet hates. I really hate it. And you know what? In this day and age, I find companies just aren't as reliable as they used to be. I'm just having a sip of my... This is actually green tea, but the mug is black inside. I find companies aren't as reliable as they used to be. Yes, that's very annoying. Well, I hope your recliner chair comes. That would be great. Okay, so let's, if you've got a screenshot of those dimensions, if you're wanting them. If not, you can go back and rewatch the video and pause the video to get them. So let's take these ones off. Put that there, that there. Oh, that's the one I want to keep, because that's one I use a lot. You know what, I might keep that one too, because I'm starting to use that too. And I might just keep this one. Look at me keeping all my post-it notes. Okay, so we'll put our card base to one side because we don't need that as yet. And I'm just going to start by putting these layering pieces together. So my card, my DSP, and I'll put my little strip, which is this part of the card sketch, across. So let me grab my glue. Oh yes, that is so annoying. I really hate that. Hubby and I put an electric gate on our front. We had a fence right round our perimeter, and we decided it would look really good and tie in well if we put a sliding gate, and we did that. So that's really good. But yeah, we've had to do something about the what do you call it, the buzzer, when you press a button and let somebody know. We had a video one, but it was not working, and it's because we've got so many people connected to Wi-Fi and the internet all around us, because it was using the Wi-Fi and it just was not working for us. We tried everything. Hubby had all sorts of technical people working on it because he couldn't solve it, and that's pretty unusual. So it is very frustrating when you're waiting on deliveries or you've got something and you can't get it to work. And anyway, well, hopefully it'll come tomorrow, or if not, early next week. The yellow DSP, that's part of the Lay Shops bundle, the DSP, the shopping bundle. Let me just stick this on because I've got it in hand and I will show you. So you just work out where you want that. If you want to be exact, you can measure up, but you don't have to. You can just attach it wherever you want to attach that. I'm using my glass mat, which is really super cool, and I'm just making sure I've got that lined up. So it's just like the grid paper. I'm just using a glass mat and the grid on that to make sure I've got that lined up. Okay, let me grab the paper, Margaret. I'll put my lid back on my glue. So it's in here. It's the designer set. It's Lay Shops. It's down here. So it's this one. It's the back of the one that's got all the books all over it. So I'm almost to the end of this pack. So it's this one that's got all the books and the paint tubes on it. Hi Marilyn. Thanks for dropping in. So yeah, it's the one that's got all the paint tubes on it, and that's that one. And this pathway one is the one that's got all the ice creams and noodles and forks and cakes and stuff. So sometimes I like the backs of the paper because it gives you sort of like a neutral background, and then you can let either your stamping or your attachments do the work. So that's pretty much a card sketch done. Now this is like a square, and it does measure 6.5 centimeters by 5.5, but you don't have to do a square. You can do anything. You don't have the DSP. I tell you what, all the little shops are pretty cute. You don't have to do a square. You can do a stamped image. It can be circle, it can be oval, it can be any shape you like. This is just a guide. But as I said, if you're starting out card making, card sketches are great to follow exactly, and then you can branch out and vary your sketches. So I'll get this out because this is a photopolymer stamp set. And I could just go with one of the shops from here, from the paper, but that would make this video very, 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 very short, and I'm not sure if you'd like that. So let me just, yeah, that would make this a very, very short card and a Cuppa. So I don't want to do that to you, but see how you can cut out all these little shops. And some of them, see, I could, it's not perfectly square, but I could just place that on top, or I could just place this on top. You see, you can vary your card sketches to however you wish. There's where's another one? There's another little shop. That's a bakery. See, that's what I'm thinking of doing. But we will stamp. But you can easily make quick cards with the designer series paper. If you've got Sweet, the dies cut out a lot of the paper. It doesn't cut everything out. Otherwise you could fussy cut the paper. And the dies are really cute. You've got a little lamp post and a little bench. Yeah, really cute dies. I love it. Okay, let me grab a block or two. There we go. I don't need that one, so I can get rid of that one. Okay, so we're going to I'm going to do a tall shop. I think I want a tall shop. So I'll put that. I shall put that on my block if it decides to stick. There we go. And this is the extension to the shop. That's not going to work. There we go. And what else do I want? This has got some lovely little sayings. Let's get together, bakery, all of those, cafe, happy birthday, good luck. I think I'll do a happy birthday because that's just a good general one. And I shall put that on this block. So I've got all my things because we've got a die that will cut that out. So let's do a little bit of stamping to start with. Okay, so this is my black memento. I'm not sure if it needs re-inking. Probably should have tried that out before I started my video, but you know what? There you have it. So let's try stamping down. I have heard you don't need the paper piercing mat with the glass mat, but I'm still going with it because I still think it's a good idea. Okay. Just make sure. Yep, that looks... I seem to have more ink in the centre and not on the side, which is a bit annoying in that ink pad. That's okay, that worked. And let's do... oh, let's do this in black. It'll be fine. Okay, so we've got all our stamping done there. Still struggling with the noise the glass mat makes, but I'll get over it. It's a first world problem. Okay, just get my black memento off my stamps straight away. Don't like leaving ink all over my stamps. Okay, see, that was very noisy. Sorry if that deafened you. Okay, let's pop them away. I don't need that. So I'll pop that there. And so you could use this card sketch for any number of designer series papers, any stamp sets. It could be a floral, it could be anything. So let's get a cut emboss machine in. I'll just move that out of the way. That would go over there actually. Okay. Had everything downstairs yesterday for my second launch and had to bring it all up, so I'm just working out where I put everything because, you know, I brought everything up and I don't know what I've done. Okay, so I'm going to get some little bits of post-it tape just to hold my dies down because I do prefer that. So we've got this shop front one. Yes, that's right. And I cut my stamped images out before I colour, because so many times I've coloured and then die cut them out and I've cut them out crooked or the die's moved and I get very annoyed, and we don't want that because being very annoyed is not good. Okay, so I'll just pop that for the little happy birthday. There we go. I do find that tape very helpful. Okay, so wind that through. And I'll put that there and I'll get rid of this. bring this back in and we'll take these off. So that's my happy birthday. That's the top half of my shop. And this is the bottom half of my shop. Okay. Okay, let's bring these bits and pieces back in. Bring these down. Okay, so this doesn't have where you'd put a sentiment. Maybe your sentiment could be part of that square, but I'm going with what I want to do. And then this is going to go here, and this is going to go on top, so you get a two-story shop. And I probably should have stamped what I'm going to do in there. That was silly. Let's have a look and see if I can do that now. I really wish Stampin' Up! Would make magnetic plates, like magnetic sheets for the inside of our cases. I really, really want that. Okay, so we're talking about a bakery, aren't we? Now, I think from memory, this bakery, I don't want to put my cakes upside down. This goes down like here. I think I'll just have to bring it down. I hope my head doesn't come in. Hi, Mandy. That's okay. I was a little bit late too. So we're both late. Okay, so let's get that, and I'm pretty sure that goes like, if I put that up there, it doesn't fit, or does it? Okay, let's, what did I do with my ink? There it is. I'm just going to practice on a piece of paper. Am I going to practice on a piece of paper? Let's practice on this. Yeah, so that's not inking this. I might have to ink this up a bit. Okay, so I'm just wanting to work out where that's... Let's just go with it. And if I need to, I can do another one. I'm just thinking... Sorry guys, I'm double guessing myself. I'm trying to see if I've got anything in here that I've stamped. Okay, there's a bakery I've already stamped. So I can go up a little bit. Okay, got it. Bring it down so I don't bring my head in, but that's too far down. Okay, so if I just go a little bit. Oh, Rosie, what are you barking at? Don't bark, honey bun. Sorry about Rosie. That'll do. Rosie, stop it. Of course she won't. You gotta love live videos, don't you? Rosie, the postman's been. There's no need to bark. Okay, I'm gonna shut my door, sweetheart. Listen, that's just too much noise. Little cherry buns. Okay, so that's an aside. I've got my bakery. Now I've got to just get my blue. So what colours shall we do? Okay, let's just work this out as we go. I'm going to do a pool party roof line, just because I can. Paddington's looking for Rosie. I know, isn't she just good to say hello? She's so excited to have ladies coming back for classes again. She's just very sociable when she's within her own home. When we go for walks, she doesn't want to talk to anybody. She's too scared and timid. Yeah, I've heard you can practice and stamp on the glass mat, but you know why I don't do that? because knowing me, silly me that I am, I would then put my cardstock over the stamped. Hi, Marion. I would then put my cardstock or my card base or something over the ink, and because I would forget to wipe it off. So that's why I don't do that. Because I know I'd do that. I know I would just do that because I'm silly. I'm going to have a sip of my green tea. Hi, Joan. How are you today? Okay, so let's see what else. Smoky Slate's another colour in this. So let's see what we've got here. What's that? That's grey granite. We don't want that. Let's do a Smoky Slate. Oh, that's pretty cactus, that end. Let's go this end. Smoky Slate window frame. And see how we go with that. And round here. Okay, so that's that. I don't think I'll do a grey granite door. I think that would be a little bit dull. I might do a Daffodil Delight door. This is light Daffodil Delight, so let's do that. So you don't have to blend, you can just colour. I mean, you know, if you want to blend and get carried away, you can. But I don't want to get too carried away in my video, because then you'll get bored and go to sleep. Okay, so that's that. Let me think, what else can I do? Probably should colour my... You're good, that's good. I probably should colour my pastries and things inside, shouldn't I? That might be a good idea. And my little sign on the door, I could do that in light Smoky Slate. See if that's dried out. Go this end. I do find this end lasts longer than the other ends, but then my blends are used in classes, so that probably doesn't help their longevity. And I look like I've got, come on, got a little smudge or something there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's get some crumb cake happening for our little patisserie cakes and business. Let's practice on this one. Oh yeah, that's a good colour. So this is for my bread rolls, or my, I don't know what names are. I'm not very good at that. I'm not very clever. They look like they're standing in midair. I wonder how that one wasn't. That's interesting. What's this one? This one's light, so we'll do light on this one. And maybe light on this one down here. On Christmas Eve, we actually bought some croissants and pastries for Christmas morning, because my son wasn't staying the whole day. He had to get on the road and go up to his partner's place up at Port Macquarie. So we thought, what can we do for like a breakfast that's not too heavy? And so that's what we did. And that worked quite well. So we did some ham and cheese croissants if people wanted those, and then just some little nice pastries. So that was good. It worked well. Okay, so let's think about the cake toppings. I don't know what color, what sort of pie this is, but it's having a yellow lid. And let's think about this one. What's this? This is dark petal pink. I think that one's okay. No, that looks like it's dried out. That's that one. And what about that one? Let's think. What's this? Floaty Flamingo. Let's just make that cake flirty flamingo. The icing anyway. And I could do ivory for that part. Oh, that's, there we go, ivory down there. And I might get my dark pecan pie back in to do their little cake boards or whatever they're sitting on. I don't know what they're sitting on, but they're sitting on something. Okay. And I might just grab red and do the little cherry on top. There we go. Okay, so I'm just thinking, is that done enough? And what about this one? Let's see what we could do with that. Might just do some smoky slate. Let me just have one back here. That's dried out. Okay, let's just do some shading on the windows. As I said, I am not the best at colouring in. I'll get my colour lifter just to blend that edge over. The colour lifter takes a little minute to take effect, but then it works. Okay, now I will actually, I think that might be enough for the moment. Oh, I've got to do the doorstep. I will actually, there is a little stamp in here that are the light shades in the window upstairs. So let me just pick that up, make sure it's straight on my block. And I might just put my little hanging lampshades on. So it's a fun little suite to play with because it's sort of a bit of a scene building one. I hope my head's not coming in, and I can pretty much see with my photopolymer. Put that over there. It's so cute. And I shall grab Daffodil Delight again. I don't think that's going to, no. I really need a lot of new blends, but I just don't want to buy them. When one end still works, I just want to keep doing that. Okay. And I do want to get pecan pie out and do the doorstep. This one's new. That will do for our little bakery. So now I'm going to bring this in, and I'm just going to pop it up in dimensionals, and this one will just tuck in underneath, and I think that looks pretty cute. I can move it over a little bit if I want to, just using the card sketch as my guide. So where are my dimensionals? Here they are. Oh, that's all the edges. Let's get a proper pack. Here we go. A proper sheet, one that hasn't been damaged or gotten into. I'm going to just put my dimensionals at the top of the shop down a little fraction, just so I can tuck my top layer in. I'm going to pop it there and pop it there. Where's my pokey tool? And the bling that goes with this is that loose sequins, as I said, and I can't do loose. I just can't do it. So I don't. So I'm going to pop this back over here, pretty much. And then I'll pop a few on this. And I've probably gone too long because I've been colouring, and so I'm sorry about that if I have. There we go. That's just so I put those down just so I can tuck this in. And that looks pretty good to me. And then this one, I might put that over there. I could put it flat, but I think I'll put it up. And I think I've got some little ones here somewhere. Yes. Yes, Rosie had to have her 2 cents worth. Rosie saved the day yesterday. We had our courtyard is very green. Very tranquil and tropical almost looking. And every year, without a doubt, we have a blue-tongued lizard that likes to come and live in our courtyard. Rosie doesn't like it, and I don't like it. And we knew he or she was back. And in the past, he or she, whether it's the same one or not, we don't know, but I'm suspecting it is, has gotten inside, in through the doggy door. And yesterday afternoon I was about to go out, and I came down and I looked over and I saw it inside going under the lounge. And I saw it, and it was really, really big. Honestly, I am not lying, it was this big. It was as big as the glass mat, and its girth was about that big. And it wasn't happy when Rosie came downstairs and sniffed it out and found it was inside her house. Oh, so I'm just putting glue on the back here. So I messaged hubby and I said, it's inside, I'm not happy, Rosie's not happy, what should I do? And he only works about 15-20 minutes away, so he said, I'm on my way, I'll come home and I'll relocate it. So into a pillowcase it went. But the whole time Rosie was barking her little head off. Bless her cotton socks. But she was protecting her mummy. Now these were what I had out at the... You know what? I could use actually the pebble path, couldn't I? Let's just do that. I had these out for my launch. So let's just use the pebble path because we've got grey sort of happening here, and I think that would work. So I'll put one there. I'll put the smaller one next to it. Anyway, the blue-tongued lizard was relocated. I might put a picture up on my Facebook page and let you see the terrible situation we had, and a video of Rosie barking with her bottom in the air trying to look under the couch. It was very funny and very cute. So consequently I didn't go out yesterday afternoon, and that's why I was running a bit late today. I went out this morning to try and catch up and do what I was wanting to do yesterday. So there you go. And like on the inside of my card I could put a piece of paper, designer series paper, which I probably will. I'll probably trim it up with a piece of designer series paper inside. And there's also lots of other things, you know, let's get together, you were such a sweet treat. That might be cute inside this card. Yeah. Now I'm just, every time I hear a little noise I think it could be something inside my house. So that's our card today, following a card sketch. Oh, thank you, Joan. Following a card sketch I'd put up for my little team for their challenge. Now I can post this and I've done the challenge too. And I'm cheeky, aren't I? Well, why not? Hey, why not just take advantage of your card in a cuppa and make your own little challenge card for your team. So I hope you enjoyed that. But as I said, you could do that. You could do this design with anything. You could do it with the new lavender paper. I haven't got that. It's on its way to me. Just the paper. You could do it with what's other paper in the mini catalogue that's really yummy. There's lots of papers in. There's lots of things in the Medicaton that's really yummy. You could do it with the Be Mine paper. You could do it any paper. You could use any designer series paper and a stamp set. So like if you were doing this with the lavender suite, you could use the lavender paper behind, and you could make the focal point one of the stamp sprays of lavender. That would work. So this card sketch can work for anything. So have a go at card sketches. They're really great, and once you get started on them, you then start experimenting and you add a little bit here, or you take a little bit away, or you think, oh, I don't want it there, I'll put it up higher. And that's the way creativity comes. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope I haven't gone too long. I really do hope I haven't gone too long. 41 minutes, whoops. So go and finish your cuppas if you're having one. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday for, not Card and a Cover, for Make It Monday. Bye for now.